The book is called The Class.
Living and Learning in the Digital Age.
It's about a year that we spent as ethnographic researchers with a class of 28 13-year-olds here in the UK, in the outskirts of London, in a very kind of multicultural area with quite strong income disparities.
What it does try and do is show how, when young people live their lives, how they try to make sense of it, what it means to them and their families. So it's absolutely is the sort of thing you can only find out by spending time with people and listening to the way that they make up explanations themselves about what the world means.
The complexity of children's lives, and in a way the kind of ordinariness of children's lives and the diversity of how different children and young people live, provides a counter to a lot of the panicky messages that this is happening to all children, or young people are going to the bad, or everyone, the technologies are taking over. So just kind of mapping the different kinds of lives and the different ways children choose their paths through lives, I think countered a lot of that panic. But at the end of the book, we also did want to say something about the way in which we saw the young people being kind of frustrated in a lot of the possibilities that they wanted to pursue. And we ended with some thoughts about how parents, teachers and others might work better together to kind of build more pathways that would let the young people pursue their interests more productively.
We actually wanted the message to be about what it is to be ordinary rather than to be exceptional. We wanted the message to be not about look at all the amazing, whizzy, fantastic techno changes that are going on in the world. We wanted it to be about the reality of the extraordinary social diversity of young people in London and the minute day-to-day tedium in most cases, or kind of very, very small movements and changes that actually really count in young people's lives, rather than the ways in which their lives are most commonly represented, which is in terms of dynamic, extraordinary paradigm change. That's part of the point we wanted to make. That there is no such thing as universal childhood. There is no such thing as a universal experience of growing up. What there are childhoods that are lived in particular places, in particular times, under particular circumstances. And that's also a key message of the book.
I think we studied one class, one school, 1 year. We can't say this is all children everywhere at any time. But I do think that there's a lot of resonance in what we say that other people find in the work, so that they can see ways in which their experience or the children that they're working with might be similar. And it's also an invitation, is this the case in other places, or do you find differences, and if so, why?